So today I'm doing a similar video to the one I did about Sephora, but I am doing it for Ulta. I actually have a far fewer amount of purchases from Ulta, but maybe the same amount of items in it, if not more, just because Ulta is so much cheaper. Yeah, I wanted to go through it because I think it's a fun way to like review the purchases. By the time this video goes up, I think that like reviewing 2024 will be done, but you know, I'm still getting out my content. So anyways, let's start. So this first purchase is from March 2024. I've taken screenshots because Ulta doesn't have the greatest like platform to go through it, so I just put it in a document. Probably doesn't look great, but I'm just here to like chit chat. So this was a really small order. It looks like there was, I believe this was maybe like that 30 Days of Beauty thing, but I'm not sure. So the first thing I got was the CeraVe PM Facial Moisturizing Lotion. This is my favorite lotion of all time. I think it's so good. I just think it's such a good, like no frills. Like it will do its job. It will not clog your pores. It will just soak in immediately. It's so good. So I can't tell if this is on sale. It honestly doesn't look like it was, but maybe I was low. And then the other thing I picked up was the Kapari Golden Aura body oil. So I think this is the second one I've gotten, and I really like a body oil. I think it's the best way to like stay moisturized is to do like an oil and then a lotion on top. So I'm pretty sure this was on sale for that like 30 Days of Beauty thing they do, and I hopped on it. I got that 50% off. So yeah, that was that purchase. I think this is fine. Like the CeraVe is always a repurchase. I love that product. I'm gonna reuse it for like the rest of my life. And the Kapari I like, and you know, this is a good sale, so nothing too much to be said here. So that was March. Okay, next up we have another order. It looks like there's a 20% off coupon, which is what sparked it. So I got a couple different things. I have so many thoughts on this order, but the first thing I got was the ColourPop Shadow Stick in Juicy Gossip. I think I wanted like a fun metallic pink. I actually ended up decluttering this. I think I gave it to someone or I just chucked it. I thought it was so bad. This just was like so glittery and awful and just looked horrible. It was just like a very, I would say, what's a good word? Like not youthful, immature sort of color. Like this is something I would imagine in like a makeup kit that you give like toddlers, but this just wasn't good. So it was a mistake to buy, not for me, so I passed that on. I got the ColourPop Jelly Much Gel eyeshadow in the shade No Rest for the Vivid, which I thought would be kind of, I had been wanting to try this formula, and I think the formula is really fun, but this color, and maybe the formula in general, is just, again, a very similar vibe to the color Juicy Gossip. It's glittery. This is like a purple, like that very like quintessential like fuchsia purple that, again, it has such a good place in like a child's makeup kit. So this was another one. I actually kept this one, but I don't think I've used it once, so maybe something I'll whip out once. Like, I think it's a fun formula, but I should not have purchased it. The next thing I got was the L'Oreal Lumi Le Liquid Blush in the color Glowy True Rose. This was supposed to be a dupe for the Charlotte Tilbury product in Pinkasm, which I think has just really, I have been obsessed with that, and I still am, honestly. I feel like I always think about it, and like a dupe for it really gets me because it just looks so beautiful and glowy on so many people's skin, and I think I just think about that effect a lot. But it's funny, I have like products that do that and that give that effect, and it's just not, I've just kind of realized it's not what it's all cracked up to be. But yeah, ultimately, like, this is a product I've kept, but I've used like twice. I think this look is just a little bit out of date, and I don't know, I just didn't need it. I didn't. So there's another one. Okay, next up we have the L'Oreal Lace Shadow Stick, and this is in the shade Alluring Rose. I actually love this. This is like a taupey mauve rose color, but it does seem to have like a bit of a sheen to give it like a satin feel, and it also has like kind of a cooling effect on the eye. I don't know if anyone else has noticed that, but it just feels very cooling and soothing. So I don't know, I'm a big fan of this product. I think it's just a cool one, and I like the colors a lot. I think they just have a great selection of colors. And I'll just jump into this one. The L'Oreal Lace Shadow Stick in Cloudy Rose is another one I really like. This is in like a, I mean, it looks how it looks there. It's like a red, like it's a really cool shade. Do I wear it enough to need it? Not necessarily, but I do have a lot of fun with it. And then the last thing, nope, not the last thing, but the next thing I got was the Wet n Wild Photo Focus, or no, sorry, Prime Focus Impossible Primer. I love this primer. I think this is amazing. I think this is kind of popular now as well. Like, it's just kind of come back into people's minds, this sort of trend of like a smoothing primer, but it's not using silicone. So that's what this is, and I'm a really big fan of it. I love this. It just feels so good on the skin and feels very expensive, and this is super cheap, so big fan of it. Okay, yeah, continuing on. Okay, I got the Essence Extreme Shine Volume Lip Gloss in Flower Blossom. This is just like a really beautiful sort of milky gloss. I actually really enjoy this. Works really well for what it is. Great color, so this was a good one. I got the ColourPop Shadow Stick in Surf Sesh, which in all honesty, this is a great color, but I kind of look at it and I'm like, I have worn this never. It's unfortunate because eyeliner used to be the place where I would wear color, and I just don't anymore. And so this shadow stick, I'm even like, will I ever wear this? Like, even going out, I don't think I'd wear this now. But so it was kind of something where I'm like, this is a good product for sure, but I don't wear color like this, so a little wasteful. And then the last thing I got was the ColourPop Super Shock Shadow in Roy G. Biv. I thought this would be probably kind of a similar effect to this, or like what that turned out to be, but this is a glittery, bright, pinky mess. I hate this. I've been trying to give this to people and nobody wants it. Like, usually I give like products that just don't really work for me to my mom, but obviously my mom will not be taking these like brightly colored things, and then even the other friends I give it to don't want this, so I'm like, shoot, like, who wants this? So this will probably just be chugged at some point. I just hate it. Like, it's just glittery, it doesn't work. I don't think I'd ever use it, so not the vibe. So that was May 2024. Not gonna lie, a lot there that just wasn't well thought out. And I feel like that's what happens with Ulta. I just feel like I jump on things because I'm just like excited about it. But yeah. Okay, we've got a lot in this one, and I am already looking at it and being like, oh my god, I know. So I had a 20% off coupon, which is what got me to do this. So there were some sales. I remember looking at it. So we have Morphe had some brushes on sale, and unfortunately I threw out a lot of these brushes because they were terrible. Like, they were on sale for a reason, obviously, which sucks because, I don't know, it's just like frustrating. I don't know. Sometimes I'm like, y'all are lying about Morphe, because everything I've tried from Morphe has sucked. This is fine, like, it's a fine concealer brush, but it doesn't really like do much for me. And then I have the MAC Glow Play Cushiony Blush in Blush Please. I think I saw someone on TikTok recommend this. This is like far too warm on my skin, but it is still kind of fun to wear. Like, I don't think this is like, this is something I didn't need to buy, but I'm like, it's fine in my collection. And I also had a lot of issues with this purchase because it came, like, a bunch of things came broken. So this blush came broken, so I had a broken one I like pushed back together because it's a cushiony formula, kind of like the ColourPop ones. And then I got replacement, so I had multiple. So I actually gave a friend one of these and kept the other one. I got the Maybelline Lifter Liner in the color Fine Line, which I really enjoy actually. I think this color works really well for my lips. I have kind of discussed this before. I just like do not need any more lip liners, so I'm trying to tone it down because I just don't know how to use them right, and I don't wear enough lip products to justify the amount of lip liners I own. But this is a good one. I have the Bioma Hydrating Milky Toner. I kind of bought this also on a whim. I don't have anything to say about this, but I think that means that I didn't need it because it's like not made a huge dent in my, like a huge change in my routine, but it's in my plan to pan for 2025, which I believe will have gone out by now, so hoping I'll have a good idea about it at the end. I don't hate it. It seems to be nice. Like the milkiness of it is definitely like super intriguing, and yeah, I don't know. Next, I got the e.l.f. Lock It Down eyeshadow primer. This I actually really enjoy. I replaced an old Milani eyeshadow primer, and that one I had had for like years, so that was out of date, and this is really good. It kind of has like a more oily finish, but it still feels like it doesn't like make shadows stick. It just works really well, so I actually really enjoy it. Got the ColourPop So Juicy Plumping Glossy Lip Oil, which I got off the recommendation of a YouTuber, and I like this a lot. I think this was a good purchase in the terms of like buying things that I'll actually use. This and also the Pixi Hydra Lip Tinted Lip Balm and Rosette. I've talked about this a lot. I've just learned like I prefer sheer. You know, I prefer sheer, and not just sheer, but like sheer that doesn't catch on my lines. Like it has to be the perfect sort of product. Not all like sheer products are gonna work for me. So these are two that did, and it's fun to like have a color that's going to be sheering, like a sheer color, but also have like still get to wear a lip product, and these are two really good examples. And then I got the NYX Epic Ink Vegan Waterproof Liquid Eyeliner Graham Cracker. This is fine, honestly, but nothing special. Too warm for what I wanted it to be. I wanted it to be like a lighter, cooler toned brown to give like a smoky effect, and this was like far too warm, but it was fun to try out. I think it dried out a little quickly just because it is like a lighter color, so I actually like recently just decided to like call it on it. Don't worry, we're not done yet. This is a huge purchase. I got the e.l.f. Small Angled brush, which I love this brush. This is my favorite for all like eyeliner. I got the Morphe M433 Pro Firm Blending Fluff Brush. I also threw this out because it was like honestly just too rough. Like it didn't do what I needed it to do. I wanted it for like a fluffy blending brush for honestly concealer, and it was too rough on my under eyes, so this was bad, and it came just like kind of busted. I also got the Maybelline Lifter Liner in the color Big Lift. I did not need this one. I think this color is probably a more like generally desired shade, but it's not a shade that worked with my lips. This one I think is a little more cool toned. Then I got the Maybelline Express Brow 2-in-1 Pencil and Powder and Deep Brown, which I think this is also in my plan to pan for 2025. I actually originally discovered this when I lost my luggage in London, which is funny, and you know, you get like a certain amount of money to like get the things you need for the time it's gone, or perhaps it's better to say they lost my luggage. And I really liked it, and I do think it's good, but I don't know. I just like think I have a better color match and formula in the Anastasia, and I'm kind of at the point where I'm like, I don't know, this just isn't anything different enough or interesting enough to make me switch, so I don't hate it, but maybe I'll love it even more after like panning it. We're reaching the end, don't worry. This is the Morphe Aurascape Trip Glass Glazed High Shine Lip Gloss in Frosé Bliss. I always talk about my favorite like e.l.f. lip gloss that has that like metallic finish that's so gorgeous, and I'm always on the hunt for like more colors that kind of do the same thing because I think it's so fun. This, let me tell you, is not. This is just glittery, if not holographic, little micro glitters in there. It is not like fine, it's not beautiful, it just looks like a glittery gloss. Like, again, it just looks so immature, and I'm not a fan of this. So this is another thing I think I tried to pass on to someone and they didn't want it because we're adults. So that was a waste, and it has definitely taught me a lesson to, like, I know now that not all glitter glosses are going to give the look I want. I have to actually like check the swatches and be like, is this that sort of like almost frosty look, or is this just like little glitters that you can see? I got the e.l.f. Cosmetics Complexion Duo Brush, and I actually love this. I think the e.l.f. like duo-sided brushes are some of their best. I own all of them, I think, and I want to get multiples of them. I think they're so good. They are just the perfect shapes, and they just, I don't know, they just kind of fill in niches in my collection that I didn't know I had. And they're really phenomenal, like even better. I think these are probably my favorite drugstore brushes, and frankly favorite brushes because I really don't pay for expensive brushes at this point. Like, that's not super exciting for me. And these are just so good. So this is a huge hit from this. Then I have the Morphe V301 Angled Liner Detail Brush. I also checked this one. This is such trash. Like, it's actually like offensive that they still sold this for any money whatsoever. So that was just like, just irritates me, but it's just terrible. I'm not even gonna get into it. Not even worth the money I spent. So that was August 2024. So there were a lot of things in there. I think this was still kind of something I bought a little bit on a whim, a lot of these, but I think a lot of it's heightened by the fact I had like multiples of it, because nothing in here really like astounded me except like, I don't know, maybe the Pixie products, and that like these three. But yeah, I don't know, it's kind of a shame. So, you know, maybe didn't need to purchase it, but I did, and you know, what can you do? So that was August. This is the last purchase of the year, I believe. Yeah, so this is a good one to go through. So this was in November, but I purchased another color of the Pixie Hydra Lip Tint, Lip Treat Tinted Lip Balm. I had a $20 off 100 qualifying purchase, which is 20% off. So I got the shade Poppy, which is like a fun, like red shade, which I really like. That was just like a fun one, so I got that. I already knew I liked that formula, so it made sense to get another shade. And I think I've kind of exhausted the shades I could get from this, because nothing else is like either a shade that I like or is like colorful enough to actually do anything, you know? Like, the rest of them are either going to be way too warm toned and like a peach, which doesn't look good on me, or just like so light that it's just kind of a sheer color. So feel good about that. I got the La Roche-Posay Cicaplast Balm B5 Soothing. I can't figure out if this like makes a huge difference, which is funny. Like, I find it to be soothing on some of my really like dry nights, but I don't know if it's like making a difference, and not any more of a difference than like Aquaphor would do. So it's something I'm definitely like using and enjoying, but I don't know if it's like made a difference. So I'm gonna use up this and obviously like see how I feel at the end of it, but I don't know if I'd repurchase at the moment, even though I think I like it. Like, I just need to get more evidence. I got the Dr. Paw Scrub and Nourish. So I got this because I heard the lip balm side was really, really good. I do think it's good. I think it has like it feels a lot like lanolin, which is what they use in the like nipple creams and things like that. I think that is, it's either the ingredient lanolin or that's the brand that has this ingredient as well, that like was in the original Bite Beauty formula of their lip agave masks, which I love. I think this is good, but I don't think it's better than some of my others, so I don't know. I have this next to my bed because I do find it to be very thick and nourishing, but I don't know if it like does anything more than any other lip balm. I don't know. I got the J-Cat Beauty Silicone Pad Brush Cleaner. This was just something I thought I could use to help clean my brushes. Trying to be better about that. I know that sounds gross, but I don't know, I'm just not great at it. I got the Revlon Super Lustrous Lipstick in the shade Gentleman Prefer Pink. I was really intrigued by this because this is one of their like frosty finishes, which I'm kind of into. As you guys know, I love that like metallic sort of lip gloss, and I was really intrigued to even use this as a blush, and this definitely like it looks like it, so it made me excited to maybe try some other of their shades in this formula, like in this particular finish, but I don't know. Definitely need to like use this a bit more, but I liked it when I got it. And then I got the Jimmy Choo I Want Choo travel spray gift set. So I had tried the Dossier dupe of the Jimmy Choo I Want Choo perfume and really enjoyed it, so I knew I wanted some sort of full size. I've kind of decided I don't want to buy like full size, but like travel size, because I just feel like I just move through perfumes pretty quickly and I never need a full size because I just like fall out of love with it before finishing it. So I was like, okay, travel size. And then this one seemed like a fun way to get like a really good deal. I don't think Ulta had a Jimmy Choo travel size. Maybe that could have been it. I could be wrong on that, but yeah, so that was, you know, I'd worked up to that. Okay, we're really near the end, I promise. I got the Essence Blush Crush in Pink Pop 50, which was recommended by Jen Phillips, and I wanted this because it's like kind of out of the new colors they released in that formula, it is the like only one with like shimmer in it, and it looked really beautiful. This actually came shattered, so I just chucked it. I didn't get a replacement because, I don't know, it's like $4, and I was kind of like, you know what, I don't want them to send a whole package for like this $4 blush. And I swatched it and I was like, frankly, this is a blush I probably wouldn't have used much, so there was some good that came of it. I got the CoverGirl limited edition Holiday Lash Blast Clean Topia Mascara in Extreme Black Frost. So this is a mascara in like, I would say it's a black shade with like a metallic sort of finish, not metallic even, like has a bit of a sheen, so it's pretty subtle, and I actually really like this. I think this is so much fun. I think this is such a good way to like do something fun in holiday. I actually recently bought another like company's attempt to do like a glittery like mascara, and it was horrific. So this one was actually like really refreshing that this one worked the way it did, and I think they did a good job. Just kind of bring me back to like the shiny mascara that used to be popular. Like I feel like people really like the like less glossiness. I don't know, maybe I'm making it up, but I feel like that used to be a thing. Anyways, the last thing I bought at Ulta this year was the Orbella Blooming Fire Parfum Travel Spray. So this is actually something I tried on a like fragrance sample, and I really liked it, but I got the perfume and it ends up just smelling like a jasmine perfume, which I feel like I have. So it was kind of disappointing. I was like, oh, I thought this was like something special, and I don't know like what happened, because I was really like, this smells so good, like I need it, and it just ended up not being anything special. I don't know. I want to revisit it because I'm not ready to give up on it, because I was like, I mean, it smelled so good when I had that sample, so I'm like did I mix up the perfumes? Was something different? And I don't believe so, but I'm gonna investigate. But yeah, so those were all the purchases from Ulta for the year. I think there's a good mix, a lot of bad and some good, and I think I learned a lot from my buying on Ulta. I think I'm pretty bad at doing like thoughtful purchases on Ulta for a lot of different reasons. I think there are just like so many more brands, so many more releases, and there's a lot of like cheaper products, and it really can become like something as simple as like, oh, this is only like $10, so I'm just gonna buy it. And it's like, oh, well, I have to hit the free shipping, so I'm gonna get more. And then it becomes like a pretty hefty order. So I think that leads to a lot of like, I don't know, just because it's drugstore, I'm just like spending, even though it racks up to probably far more than my high-end purchases. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to say about that. I think I gotta be more thoughtful. But yeah, it is fun to look back and kind of see like what I discovered. That's probably like one part that's fun. But overall, like there were a lot of misses, and it's a bummer to look back and realize like the misses aren't even returns. Like at least at Sephora, like I can return them. Here, I just give them to friends or throw them out. And that's like another thing. It's like drugstore makeup. I'm like, oh, it doesn't matter. It was like $4, but it's like when that happens like over and over again, it does add up. So I don't know, just thinking about all that, definitely need to be better. But I don't know. Yeah, I think it's good to look. I feel a little disappointed with myself in all honesty, but that's the year. So yeah, we will hopefully do better in the new one. Yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.